on my Make It Mondays making seasonings, because a lot of our seasonings come with a lot of extra gross stuff. And it's been turning out pretty well. And I think I'm gonna end with these last 3 seasoning ingredients. Nope, these last 3 seasonings, and move on from here. If there's any more dry ingredient type seasonings that you guys are interested in making, let me know and we'll come on back. But we're gonna start with the fajita seasoning. All right, so we're gonna get started with our jar. I'm gonna move the camera so you can see what I'm doing here. Hopefully that works out okay for you. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna start with 2 tablespoons of paprika. We're just gonna do this as quick as we can. I usually make a huge mess, so I decided to get this puppy out. This is 2 tablespoons. I feel like already that this is gonna be spicy. And like I said, I've got little people here, so I'm not quite sure if it's gonna fly with them. But I might lessen it. I might lessen some of the other ingredients, or like this isn't a full 2 tablespoons of paprika, but I'm gonna go for that. Just because. Cumin, 2 tablespoons of cumin. Oh look, I got to go right in there for it. Yay. Boop. Garlic. This is 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Ooh. You know me, I like to get messy. I don't know if I like it as much as that's just how I roll. Sometimes you just gotta be okay with how you roll. Look at me, look at my hands already. What? I wonder if it's because I'm hurrying. I mean, I think I'm messy anyway, but I don't want you guys having to sit around while I put all this together too long anyway. You know, I know that these packets are cheap in the store. I know that. This is chili powder. But do you want to have a budget friendly? Okay, so let's stop for a second. 1 tablespoon. What do you guys think? Chili powder has a tendency to be, okay, I'm not gonna do a full tablespoon because I have kids, but it calls for a full tablespoon. I was saying that, you know, a packet is cheap in the store, but what do you wanna get with that packet? Some packets are ridiculous. Oregano leaves. This is 1 tablespoon. This isn't baking, so it doesn't have to be exact. I'm not too worried about it. And then 1 teaspoon of coriander. Oh, look what I'm doing here. Where did I put that coriander? Here she is. Okay, a teaspoon. I had to pay attention for a minute. I get to jaw jabbering and I just lose it. Okay, coriander, that's right, teaspoon. Great. Last ingredient is a teaspoon of salt. I don't have my lid. All right, 1 teaspoon of this salt. And I recognize that this pink salt is supposed to be a little stronger like sea salt, so you guys gotta work with that in your own recipe. I actually think I'm gonna end up adding more salt. That is our fajita mix. I like to look at the layers. It's so fun before I shake it. So when you get a packet, you get probably maybe half of this, or maybe this might be 3 packets, 2 or 3 packets. You don't get very much. Anywho, that's our fajita mix. Let's move on. We're going to do our Greek seasoning now. This one has a lot of ingredients. Again, and some weird ones like cinnamon and nutmeg. That's gonna be interesting to taste. So the 3 tablespoons, it calls for 3 tablespoons of oregano, or insert how you say this one, marjoram? Gosh, I have no clue. It's a mess about it. Okay, so 3 tablespoons of one or the other. I'm gonna do 1.5 of each because I don't know which one I'd like better. Let me smell it. Let's decide by smell. They're different. So what would you, yeah, 1.5 for me for each. You guys can decide on your own what you're thinking. And then 1. Oh, I forgot to show you. Sorry. There. Ooh, there's a stick in there. 1. Has anybody ever dried their own herbs before? Do you just get a food dehydrator and do it? Does it take forever? Is it worth it? I do wonder. And all right, so again, do what you want there. That's how I'm rolling with that. Okay, they want basil. They want 2 tablespoons of it. I might need to go get my other basil out. Whoa. Boop. 1. Whoops. These are 2. That was such a mess. Look at that. Good grief, Nicole. Yep, I just did that. I put it right back in there. Okay. Garlic and onion, my favorites. I tell you what, I'll put this on everything. You know, I've said it before, but I'll say it again a million times. A million times, yes. Sorry. Okay. 1. So much. Like, you can't be buying these little tiny, when you make your own spices or seasonings, you can't be buying like these little tiny guys, right? Or even sometimes even these, because you're just gonna go for it with some of this. I mean, giant chunks of this stuff. 1. Yes, 2 of the onion powder. A tablespoon of the dill weed. I'm gonna smell it. I find dill to be super yummy, and it's also much better fresh. But and what else I found about like using these, I know I'm gonna taste these later, but the longer stuff sits sometimes, the better it tastes. So I don't think I'll get the full effect when I taste it, but later I'll love it. That's what I'm finding to be true about a tablespoon of salt and pepper. I'm gonna be grinding for a while. Anyway, I find it to be much better later. So I taste it and I like it on the video, and then I like it even more later. I would love to hear if anybody's trying these and liking them. I have loved everything. Well, not true. Did you see the mustard video? Yikes, that was disgusting. Okay, I'm leaving it a little less because it's a little strong. Then the fresh ground pepper. I'm gonna leave it here because I don't know what my kids will do with the pepper. It's probably a tablespoon. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more. I just don't want to go too far from the recipe when we're trying it, but fresh ground pepper is gonna be just amazing in anything. Also, I bet you can leave some of these out if you're like a 0 spice person. I bet you could leave some of these out, or lessen it like I am for my kiddos. All right, salt and pepper out of the way. Thyme, or I don't know how anybody else pronounces it. I'm just gonna call it thyme. Tablespoon of that. Nope. Whoa, I don't know why I keep trying. There we go. And the cinnamon and nutmeg. I'm a little nervous about this. It's just a teaspoon of each. And I feel like they're strong flavors. Nutmeg is so strong that I don't like the smell of it. Cinnamon is so strong. I'm so scared. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do the right. I'm gonna follow the recipe. I feel like it's gonna ruin it. What if it just tastes like cinnamon? I did it. Ooh, okay. And this is optional. This nutmeg is optional, and I will option in, but only half. It's just too strange to me. It doesn't actually smell that bad. That really surprises me. Oops. All right. And that is it. There it is. I just think it's beautiful. I might be a weirdo. Okay, so this is gonna be our Greek seasoning. Last but not least, our Italian seasoning mix. Okay, we're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of basil. I think I'm running out here, so I got another one. Just gotta move you down. You can see what I'm doing. You can see me making a mess. Sorry if my floor is dirty. You know, I realize I do this down thing and I do sweep, but has anybody ever had a house of 7 people and feel like sweeping almost doesn't even make any sense, but you have to because it's gross? That's me. Okay, didn't quite make it. we're gonna get into this guy. 2 tablespoons of oregano. This smells good, it's strong. 2 thyme or whatever you want to call it. Where is it? I am interested in all these different companies. They can use my sniffer if they want. I got a strong sniffer. Just to test it out and see which ones are better and stronger. That'd be fun to do. Get a bunch of different ones and see. I guess it might depend on how long they've been on the shelf. That's 1 tablespoon at a time. How long they've been on the shelf. Oh, looky here. You don't have a home. Welcome home. Now I have 1 tablespoon of majoram. Lord have mercy on my soul. On my pronunciation skills. What? Oh, I like that. It's a little floralish. Okay, sage is our last ingredient, although I have rosemary out here, which I didn't do. So it's not our last ingredient. 2 tablespoons of rosemary. And I have a grinder of rosemary, which doesn't seem to be grinding it much, is making a mess. So we'll be right back as I grind this 2 tablespoons worth. 2 tablespoons of rosemary. Now we're on our last. And it's sage, and it only calls for a ½ teaspoon, so I'm interested to see why. Never opened it because I bought it for this. I have, okay, it's just as strong as the other ones. Doesn't smell bad, smells herby. But, oh, half. They only call for a half. I wonder what else I could use this for. I'm gonna have to look up some recipes because I don't ever use it, obviously. Okay, guys, that is it. Let's see now. This isn't very layery. It's just a bunch of greenness. And there's no salt in here. Like, there's nothing to make it salty or anything. So I'm gonna be interested to see what happens when I put it on things. But anyway, okay, shake it up. And now it's time to try everything. We're ready to try our seasonings. I decided to use noodles to put the seasonings on so that they are just on a plain kind of palette there, or plain, that's not a thing, on a plain tasting palette maybe, yeah, I'm gonna go with it. So I'm gonna put them on, I'm gonna try them. Like I said, I'm sure they would taste better on different types of things or sitting longer, but we're gonna go for it. All right, so our Italian seasoning, we're gonna give it a sniff. It smells Italian-y. And as far as like how much you know to put on things, I have a feeling this is gonna be a little crunchy. I did put some olive oil on the noodles just to have a little bit of flavor. I think I'll add a little bit more to that just to, you know, mix it in a little better. This is the Greek. Oh, it smells Greeky. Okay, I'm excited about this one. Again, not knowing how much to put on is kind of a bummer. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Oopsie, there's my mess. And I just put it right back in. Definitely gonna be adding olive oil to these. This is the fajita. Ooh, that smells really good. Like a barbecue almost. Not a barbecue, but like a Southwestern maybe even. Yeah, this is, I have to rethink that a little bit as far as adding some olive oil. So I will put these back on and I'm gonna get some more olive oil and be right back. All right, first one we're gonna try, that's how it kind of looks on the noodles, is the Italian seasoning. I don't have my taste testers here with me today. They're at a baseball game, so it's just me. That's good. I want salt for sure. I just wanted to try it without the salt. And again, these are just plain old noodles. But you can do anything with it. I really like it. It's super fresh in my mouth, like. Is that weird to say? With the salt. That's really good. Greek. This one I'm pretty excited about. I feel like I can make a lot of little like pita pockets and stuff with it. Okay. That's what it looks like. I mean, not that you care what it looks like on noodles, but I'm showing you anyway. It's good, and it's salty enough. It surprised me a little bit. I think I'd want a little bit more dill, but it's different. I love that it's different than anything I'm used to. But I mean, wow, it's just different. I've never really had this flavor before. And it's good. It's that cinnamon, I think. I might lose, and the nutmeg. I can taste the cinnamon and the nutmeg in here. So I might lose the nutmeg altogether, and I might lower the cinnamon, but it's still good. Not super the Greek I was thinking of or looking for, because I do like that dill flavor, but I gotta go cleanse my palate. Last, the fajita. Here, I'll just show you, even though it's weird. Noodles. Supposed to be on meat and veggies, and I have it on noodles, so we'll see. It's good. You can really taste the chili flavor. It's not spicy either at all. My kids could totally have this. So I think if you're wanting a little bit more kick, you add more of that chili, you're good to go. Yeah, I can't really taste much heat or anything. That's it. 3 seasoning, fajita, Greek, Italian. What do you guys think? Budget friendly? I mean, I had everything but that sage on hand, so it didn't cost me anything right now. I mean, altogether, I use this stuff all the time. I felt like it's good. No preservatives. It's all fresh, organic. You got to decide if you want to go organic. Let's see, budget friendly. It's healthy. There wasn't a single added anything in any of those spices. They were all just what they said. Nothing added at all. So that's exciting. You're not putting anything funky in your body. So healthy, budget friendly, delicious. I liked them all. Thought they were all yummy. And then there's one more that I always forget. Easy. That's what it is. Easy. What do you guys think about that? Easy. Now, if I wasn't on camera and I had to look at a recipe and then just pull out all my spices, teaspoon them into a jar and be done, that seems super easy to me. I guess having to put it on a grocery list and go buy everything, you got to decide if that's easy or not. But for the most part, I felt like, yeah. So making your own dry seasonings, I think is a good idea. Tell me what you think. Thanks for joining me. I love to do this with you guys. I think it's fun to try new things and to see if we like things or not. I hope to see you back next time. I hope to see you back next time. Bye. Just try the first one. Here's the second one. Good. What did you think? What about that one? Try that one. What you think? You like them all? What's your favorite is? What's your favorite?